Good morning and welcome back to Planet Doug on Penang. It is just about 7:30 Saturday morning and I'm heading down the stairs of my Airbnb because a friend of mine is waiting for me and we're heading to a special place for breakfast. This week I've been suggesting to this friend, hey, we should get together for coffee. Do you want to meet up and have coffee someday? But when you're dealing with a Malaysian, it's almost like playing a poker game where they're always upping the ante to to food. Like if you say, let's meet for coffee, they're gonna say, I'll see your coffee and then I'll raise you breakfast, or let's go for lunch. So you might go get that coffee, but afterwards you're going to get some food too. And of course, Malaysia and Penang in particular is known for food, and there's always a certain food famous for a certain meal, and then whatever city you're in, there's always one place that is famous for that type of food. So let's see if I can put this together. I have so much trouble with the pronunciation. So we're going to have Koay Teow Tung. Koay Teow Tung. Rough pronunciation from a Canadian accent. And it's a kind of noodle dish that is very popular here for breakfast. And we are going to a place that is well known for serving some of the best Koay Teow Tung in Penang. And I already forgot the name. Let me look it up. So the place is called Cafe Evergreen, or maybe the full name is Cafe Evergreen Koay Teow Tung, and it's a very popular spot. It could be, it'll probably be on the list of, the 10 most famous places to get Koay Teow Tung, and that's where we're headed for breakfast. And I don't think my friend is eager to be on camera, so I'm going to sort of film around him, but I want to capture the whole Koay Teow Tung experience. So I'm going to hop in the car and we're going to head to Cafe Evergreen. This is something new I'll tell you about in a minute. I'm very excited about this.
Oh, this is a new one?
Brand new. I got it yesterday.
You've been shopping around.
Yeah, it comes with a story. Oh, actually I'm still recording. Totally forgot. Yeah, you're not in frame. Don't worry. Ah, okay.
This is the famous toast.
Wow. So we have a lot going on here in a very short amount of time. As I said, when you arrive at one of these places, you better arrive with an appetite, because you sit down, the food is here, and this is Koay Teow Tung, something like that. You got to hit that final somehow. So yeah, it's a nice big bowl of noodles, very substantial. This is not a light continental breakfast. This is a breakfast for someone who's got things to do during the day. You need a lot of calories. You've got it here. And another classic breakfast item for Penang, maybe Malaysia in general, but it feels like it's a Penang thing, is toast. And I commented on that already at a food court, where they have all this amazing traditional food everywhere, and then there's a stall that sells toast. It's like, oh, so that's actually like a category of thing for breakfast. And certain places are known for making good toast. You got to go there to get the famous toast. Perhaps they're well known here for toast, I'm not sure. But my friend knows all about this stuff, and he ordered some toast for me, and it comes with a kind of a soft boiled egg, perhaps with some cream as well. I think there's more than just egg in here. And I guess this goes with the toast. I'm sure he'll tell me what I'm supposed to do with it in a minute. So we've got the egg, we've got the toast, we've got the noodles, and a iced latte of some kind. I went for the cold coffee instead of the hot coffee.
This is the famous Penang white coffee.
You heard it from the expert, famous Penang white coffee. So let's, since I have it in my hands, let's give that a try. We'll start with that. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be delicious. What else am I going to say, right? Yeah, it's a nice iced coffee. It's pretty good. Kind of smooth. I've had some that was quite strong and maybe a bit overpowering for a breakfast like this to combine with food. But this is a nice light milk coffee, So what is the deal with toast and eggs? What's going on here?
Put some soy sauce.
On the toast or in here?
Yeah.
Okay. So soy sauce goes in the eggs.
Break it up.
Pepper. This is pepper?
Pepper.
Pepper. And then you mix it all together. Mix it all together. The egg yolk, the egg white. And what else is in there? Is there more than just the egg?
Eggs.
Just eggs.
Just eggs.
Yeah, it reminds me of the hot springs near Mae Kasa in Thailand, because you could boil your eggs there in the hot springs, but it was never fully boiled. For me, I think I wanted to cook it more and more, but people told me, you don't want that. You want it soft like this.
Yeah.
So you mix it all up, mix it together, okay?
Take your toast and dip it.
Ah, that's the key. Okay, that makes sense to me. I was worried I was going to have to pour it over the toast, because I hate messy food. I like things to be neat, and organized. And that's why the toast comes divided up into chunks, and you get a little stick with it. It's buttered toast, and now you take a piece. Make sure you got a good grip on it, I guess. And then you dip it into your egg mixture, and it's good, ready to eat.
How is it?
It's good. It's sweetened, right? Like a sweet butter. So there's it's either sweet bread or sweet bread combined with sweetened butter, maybe. Yeah, this is it's a good meal for a Canadian lumberjack, because, like I said, it's a lot of food here when you combine it with the noodle soup. All right, we got that.
And this, the same.
Same.
Yeah.
I think I've talked in a lot of videos before about food. My habit is not to add spicing, just because there's always more than enough flavor for me. I don't need to add tons of chili sauce, and I just eat it as it comes. But I'm with
Not too much.
Not too much.
Yeah, okay.
I'm with an expert today, so I have to do it the proper way. Okay, pepper and soy sauce, and yeah, chopsticks here, of course, would be good to start with. So we've got two different types here. Mine looks bigger than yours.
Yours is the big bowl. Mine is the normal.
But the same ingredients.
Same ingredients.
Okay, I got the big bowl. But it's based on a chicken broth, right? Is there anything else in there? Like this isn't chicken, is it?
This is pork.
Pork, okay. So this one is chicken, I believe, pork, fish balls, noodles, rice noodles?
Yeah.
Probably rice noodles.
Flat rice noodles.
And then a variety of spices, I assume, and veggies. I always forget what this like a chopped up,
I don't know what it is.
yeah, I know the name in English, but I can't think of it right now. But anyway, let's try some of this chicken.
I'm not a food expert.
Oh. That was unexpected. The chicken is like really, really soft. It just sort of fell apart in my mouth. Which is good for me. I don't have the strongest teeth in the world, so I'm not that good at chewing through really tough things, but this is very, very soft and tender. Oh. There's probably did they cook it overnight, maybe? Yeah, I think it's been cooking overnight to really, really tenderize it. Then the pork. Also good. fish balls.
Actually, you have to dip it into in the soy sauce.
I missed a step, of course. You always have a dipping sauce. And that's something else as a rule, myself, I never do because, I don't know, I figure the chef knows what he's doing. Whatever the cook did to make this, I'm not going to improve on it. Anything I do is just going to make it worse, like adding spices. I don't know what I'm doing. So I tend to eat it like that. But again, I have an expert, so I'm going to try a couple of pieces with dipping. That's the kind of a spicy dipping sauce. Yeah. Adds a lot of flavor. It really does. That's probably a good thing to do. But I've got a very logical brain. I can't help it. It's sort of like if you're serving a dish and you want this flavor, why not just add the flavor to the dish? So it's already there and you don't have to mix it, but that's just maybe because I'm such a lazy person when it comes to food. But it is good, I have to admit it. I think my resistance about dipping sauces is mainly about the effort involved. But I think it does add to the flavor, I admit it. Do you know anything about the history of Cafe Evergreen? Why are they well known? Do you know the owner at all?
A little bit.
A little bit? I've always wondered about that process. I've seen it in so many countries in Asia where whatever dish you're thinking about in Taipei, there's always one place, which is the famous place, and everybody goes there. And I always wonder how that happens. Like, how did that place become known, you know? And I remember in Taipei, when you went to the famous place, they would invariably have newspaper articles on the wall, framed.
With famous people.
Well, not famous people, no, a newspaper article about the restaurant. Because the newspaper would interview them, feature them in their food section, and say they make the best in Taipei, and they put it on the wall. And maybe that's how they become famous. But I think they get in the newspaper because they're already famous.
Already famous.
I think just word of mouth, I guess, is how it starts. Actually, it is a nice combination. It's almost like this is dessert to go along with the meal. All done with this amazing breakfast. Cleaned mine out completely. And yeah, as often happens with these places, the main dish, the noodle, the Koay, Teow, something like that, they make it at the front, you know, near the street. I guess it's good advertising too, because people can see them making the noodles there. And then the drinks and toast is all made here in sort of a back area, you know, so sort of like two different sections. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's really good. Good noodles. And my friend knows I don't eat often, so he made sure to order me the big bowl and the toast. And the idea is this one meal will probably get me through most of the day, maybe the entire day, we'll see. Filling up with a few customers. It's probably going to get a lot busier later, but here's the full interior. And now we are heading to a coffee shop, maybe an air-conditioned place where we can sit down and continue talking. One more shot of the food preparation area, and you can get it to go. They can bring it home as well, right? They have an assembly line, very efficient process, because these places would get so busy. They get so many customers and they have to serve them fast. And I don't know what's involved in making the noodles, but they feel like they're special. They're very, very slippery. There must be something unusual about them as well. All right. So, thank you very much. Next stop on my whirlwind tour with my friend, he took me down to Gurney Drive, which is interesting because I've been talking about Gurney Drive a bit in the last couple of videos, because this is the road that goes along the coast. And there are a lot of fancy hotels, resorts, and I think some, more luxury style apartments, because you're all along the ocean. Rich people like to live along the ocean, right? So this is Gurney Drive. And yeah, there's all these apartment buildings here. And you get to walk along the water. But as often happens, you still don't see much of the water. There's always some kind of a fence or a barrier. But over there, the water is way over there, I guess. They're building new stuff over here. Wow, a lot of construction going on over there. Look at that. I wonder if this is all reclaimed land too. This could be a land reclamation area. And they're putting up new buildings. Which means all these people probably are not that happy about it, because they would have bought these condos for the view, and now new buildings are being built between them and the view. But anyway, we came here because there is a coffee shop here that my friend knows about. Oh, so I'm gonna go catch up with him. So I guess the coffee shop is here. I can see it, the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf in the Ascot building. Look at that. I'm living I went straight from local traditional diner for breakfast to high-end air-conditioned coffee shop. This would be nice. And for those keeping score, I am using my GoPro Hero 9 this morning, and I have it mounted on my brand new GoPro 3-way 2.0 grip, and I'm still enjoying this grip very much. It's working out quite well. The Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. Oh, that's interesting. And here's the inside. Close the door to keep the air conditioning in. Kind of a nice tropical garden logo. Huh, interesting combination. This has sort of a vintage feeling to it. The seating here, and then there's modern seating around the edges. Time to place an order. Fairly extensive menu of drinks, and I was looking for something unusual that I haven't had before, and I'm going for a cold brew tea. They have a signature cold brew tea, and I ordered the Jamaica green type of green tea, and we also ordered one Swedish berry signature. And they sell bagels, muffins, and then a bunch of cheesecakes, of course. All very nice. Carrot cake, tiramisu, royal chocolate cake. Very nice. So, moving right along, teas have arrived. And this is, I don't know how to say the name. Do you have any idea what that name was? Gen Maicon something. I don't know what that is.
Gen Maicha.
Oh, Maicha. Gen Maicha. Okay. I got some information about the name. So it's like Gen Maicha cold brew tea. Yeah, it looks really nice. I haven't tried it yet. I'm just about to have my first sip. The official YouTube taste test of my tea. Wow. The straw. There's something different about that, right? That looks like a...
Paper straw.
Yeah, paper straw. biodegradable, I assume, but it's very,
This is plastic.
yeah, and then you got biodegradable paper straw, but still plastic. But a lot of this has to do with public perception, right? There was that photograph that went around the world of the turtle with a straw in its nose, and suddenly plastic straws, everybody hated them. So you don't know whether it makes any difference using a paper or plastic straw, but the perception.
A little bit.
Yeah. Oop. Where's the...
You have to go in like that.
I don't know where the opening is. Is it?
Right in the middle.
It is in the middle? Okay. I've seen YouTube videos like this too, where they do this and the whole cup just goes right over. All right. It's all right. I mean, it's a very light flavor.
Sugar is all at the bottom.
Oh. Yeah, I've noticed everywhere I've ordered a drink in Penang so far, they always ask me about sugar. Do they ask everyone that? Like if you came in, just you, would they ask you, or would they automatically give you sugar?
Automatically.
Right. Because they seem to know, I've noticed that foreigners, Westerners, they never want sugar. Or they want low sugar. And it feels like here they know that. And everywhere I go, they always ask me. And lately, I feel like I need the sugar burst of energy. So I always surprise them. They always assume, oh, so like no sugar. Like, no, I want the sugar. Give me lots of sugar. I need the calories. That's better, actually. And there's something about sugar I find a little bit brings out the flavor.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Seems counterintuitive, but that seems to happen. How was yours? You got the, what's it called again? The
Swedish berry.
Swedish berry. So what's a Swedish berry? What's special about it? Any idea?
Same as any berry.
Any berry. How is it? You like it?
It's okay.
Have you had it before?
No.
No. I would call this refreshing. If you want a refreshing drink, that's what you want. And that's it for my morning of traditional Penang breakfast and then modern Penang coffee shop here at Gurney Walk. The coffee bean and tea leaf. Yeah, really nice coffee shop. Yeah, enjoyed it in there. Nicely air conditioned. And my friend is heading off to rejoin his own life. And I'm going to start my next day here in Penang. Not quite sure what I'm going to get up to today, but I'll figure something out. Go out exploring. I'm a bit higher here so I can see across Gurney Drive. And I asked my friend about that area, and he confirmed that that's all reclaimed land. So all of that is brand new land. It would have been, the water would have come right up to the edge of this fence at some point, but then they're building out the land, and then you can see all the buildings are going to be built out there. A lot of development. Interesting. I guess it's all going to look eventually like that section over there with all those apartment building complexes. Yeah, so that's it for this morning. End of this video, my little breakfast video. Yeah, I like that a lot. It helps so much when you have like a local person kind of guiding you a little bit. It's fun to be on your own. I guess that's part of the fun of being a foreigner overseas. You have no idea what's going on most of the time, and you're wandering around trying to figure things out, making mistakes. It's all part of the life, part of the adventure. But it's also nice to have a guide, a friend to go with you, and he takes you, okay, here is the best place to get Koay, Teow, Tung, here, and it just sort of smooths everything out, and you want to get a nice cup of coffee in an air-conditioned environment, boom, Gurney Drive, he knows where to go. So that's a nice way to spend a morning as well. So, pleasant morning. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.